Alright, we're gonna try it now with the phone because the computer keeps kicking me out. That device is not working. Anyways, hello, I'm gonna wait and see if you guys come back. Sorry about that, my computer is just acting crazy as usual. Whenever you want to do something, it just decides it's not gonna be. But we don't care, we're gonna keep going. So I'm gonna go and check on my other phone and see if I am live. This is gonna be a good topic today. There's Trees. Trees is back. The Sorry about that. Computer keeps closing my Facebook app, so it kicked me out. So I can see myself again. Hi, Erin. Alrighty. And I think I'm on my page. Can you hear me okay, Andrea? This thing is now frozen on my other end. Ay, Dios mío. Who got time for this madness? This is crazy. Reset. Thank you, Trees. Oh well, it's not letting me share it anywhere else. Well, let's get to talking. Looks like there's 3 people here, so I'll talk to the 3 of you. Since I don't know what's happening. Well, welcome everybody again. Happy Tuesday. It is Fearless Tuesday. There's one new thing I'm going to start doing. And as you all know, I have a formula to become a life artist. And my name is Maria Morales, and I am the life artist and the founder of the Beautiful and Confident Movement for Women, where I help them transform, break out of their cocoon, and go from invisible to visible. So, thank you for letting me know that you can hear me. So, what's happening is I'm going to be talking about the formula to become a life artist. And this formula is about, it's got my name as an acronym. And one of the letters, so to be a life artist, you have to have the M means, let me get it because now I'm not remembering everything I have to say. Wasn't very well prepared. This switching stuff got me all confused. All right, got it. So the formula to be a life artist says the M as a motivated. You have to be a motivated woman. You have to motivate yourself. You got to be self-motivating. Can't wait for everybody to motivate us. We have to do it ourselves. A is for accept and love yourself. And you guys know that I've been talking a lot about accepting how you are, who you are, and loving who you are, and improving where you need to improve, but not hating yourself while you are working on it. The R is resilience. So you have to bounce back. And Andrea and I were talking about how many times we have bounced back from so many things. And I'll be talking about resiliency a little bit today in the light of what happened with Kate Spade. The I is inspire others. So whatever you do, think about how it can inspire someone else. And by not thinking about just you in this world, you get to accomplish so much more because you feel a sense of responsibility for others. And the E means energize. You have to find energy. And if you don't have it, like I am usually very low in energy in the mornings, as I'm not a morning person, but I'm going to change that because we're not going to say we can't and we're not able to. We're actually going to be energized. And if you're not energized on your own, then energize yourself by doing activities that get you energized. Hi, Christy. Welcome. And then the L is from learning new habits. So those are the things that I believe is a formula to become a life artist. And if this is your first time here, and you don't know what a life artist is a woman that feels beautiful and is willing to claim her gifts and create the life of her dreams with confidence and inspiring others in the process. So you all can be a life artist. But today I want to talk about how sometimes we stop creating the life of our dreams because we get stuck on something that makes us extremely sad and depressed. And today, Kate Spade, if you heard or didn't hear, Kate Spade is a fashion designer. I actually have an amazing, beautiful purse and wallet by her. She designed shoes, and she designed clothing and purses and handbags and things like that. And a very, very successful woman. She had over 140 stores in the United States alone, and she had over 175 stores internationally. And she was a very well-known fashion designer. And just at age 55, this morning, they found her dead. She actually hung herself. And that touches me closely because if you know my story, I come from multiple attempts of suicide. Because I was so depressed, and I lived in such a dark place for so many years, that I felt oftentimes that it was best to disappear, not only to cut down on my pain. Hey Shoshana, welcome back. Not only to cut down on my pain, but to also not bother other people with my depression and my mood swings and my sadness and my unhappiness and all these things that we feel. And I know Shoshana wrote something about suicide earlier, so I read it, and it reminded me that I wanted to speak about this today because I have lived that. I have lived that life of thinking suicide is the answer to my problems. And I'm thankful to God that I was able to find a way to not make it successful. So I did want to kill myself several times. But I was very afraid at the same time of what was going to happen. Was God going to forgive me for it? Or was he going to send me straight to hell? Were people going to really suffer? Or were they going to be relieved that I was finally gone and not bothering them anymore? How painful was it going to be if I wasn't successful? What if I actually have brain damage or stomach damage or any other damage because my attempt to suicide failed? So all of those fears saved me from actually being successful at it. But the fact that I tried so many times is what I want to talk about today. I wasn't obviously who I am today. I haven't thought about suicide for probably 2 or 3 years now. And it was something that I constantly thought about every single day. I mean, it wasn't like once a week, once a month when I was sad. It was every single day. And I didn't attempt it every single day. I attempted it when the pain was so much inside me that I just couldn't deal with it anymore. The emotions were so overwhelming. The stress that I was living, the hell that I lived inside me was so much I couldn't take it anymore. Then those will be the days that I will attempt it. But the thoughts and the planning will be happening every single day. And I did look for help, okay? It's not that I never did. I did have, some psychologists that I work with. I had been taking antidepressants for a very long time. But it wasn't until I found a real life coach, a woman that not only was a psychologist, but she was also a life coach. And that she actually, instead of asking me, how does that make you feel? Lady, it makes me feel horrible. That's why I'm here. You know how you go to the psychologist and then you're telling them about how you feel and this is what happened today and this is this and that. And they always say, and how does that make you feel? Like, shit, lady, why are you asking me that? And I'm going to be real today, so if you don't like me cussing and cursing, I'm sorry. You might have to jump off the live, but we're going to talk reality here. How does that make you feel? Well, if it made me feel good, I wouldn't be here talking to you, and I would not try to commit suicide. So you're not helping me by asking me every few sentences, how does that make you feel? So sometimes we find people that we think are going to help us, but they're really not the right fit, and they don't have the right skills to help us. So number one is, if you are not feeling great, if you're really contemplating escaping your life and putting an end to it, find somebody that can encourage you and that can actually help you find out deep inside what is the root of all of these feelings. Don't just go around taking pills and thinking that in 6 months it's gonna get better, because it's not. It's not gonna get better. It has to come from up here, and it has to come from in here. You have to get it out of your heart. It's something that's embedded in there. It's like a thorn. My counselor used to say all the time, my life coach, I like calling her life coach. She used to say, Mariel, you have a thorn inside of your heart. And when you have a flower, a rose, for example, when you hold that rose, if you had several, would you like to hold the ones with the thorns, or would you like to hold the ones that got the thorns taken off? And I said, well, I like the ones that don't prick me and make me bleed. Exactly. So why do you want to keep making room for that thorn inside you to keep growing? Why don't we just take it off already? And I couldn't understand that concept for a long time. It was so annoying to me that she kept saying that. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. What thorn is this? She said, well, every week we come back to the same subject. This person is doing this to me. This person talked that to me. This person doesn't love me enough. This person left me. I can't get this done. And it was all about finding the blame on everybody else. It was everybody was against me, right? That's how I felt. I felt like I had no friends. My family doesn't love me. Everybody hates me. And please share this out if you haven't shared yet. Or share an invite or invite. But let's get this out there, because you know there's a lot of women out there that are going through things like this. And they might think it's them, that they're just crazy. Well, you're not crazy if you're depressed. You just have something that's overwhelming you so much that you cannot handle it. And then you end up getting into these feelings and these emotions that just take over your mind and your body. And if you don't find the right type of help, you might end up like Kate Spade. You know, Kate Spade was a very successful woman. She was an entrepreneur, a businesswoman, only 55. She had a family, she had a daughter. She actually left a note for her daughter saying, don't feel like this is your fault. Please don't feel guilty. So there had to be some dynamics in that family that were affecting her so much that she thinks her poor daughter, who is, I don't know, 10, 13, I'm not sure how old she is, but she's young, was going to feel responsible for the death of her mom. And now her daughter is going to be growing with this thing, knowing my mom couldn't handle her emotions and she decided to just leave me. Now, I didn't have kids, so for me, I thought, well, it's easy. Nobody's going to miss me. You know, I don't have kids, so my parents will cry for a while, but then maybe at the end of it, they'll be happy that I'm no longer crying on their shoulder and complaining about things and feeling miserable every single day. My partner, boyfriend, husband, whoever I had at the time, I thought, well, they'll just find another woman. They'll probably be happy that they don't have a crying bitch on their couch every single night. So you think it's not going to impact anyone else, and it's just you that needs this escape. But it's not. You know, this impacts everybody around you. And when you're very depressed, you just feel like you're no good for anyone. And there might be people there that have been trying to pull you out of a hole for a while, and they give you advice, and they tell you how much they love you, and they just keep encouraging you, but yet you cannot seem to feel better. It's because that thorn is in there and you have not found the way to remove it. And sometimes you just need to meet yourself. You need to find who you really are. And you need to decide to make a change so that you protect yourself from pain. But it's not that you're going to fight with everybody and just alienate yourself and isolate yourself from everyone. It's about knowing what are your limitations so that you don't push yourself and stretch yourself so far that then you cannot please everybody. Pleasing people is one of the things that causes the most depression. And that was one of the things that was really hurting me. I wanted to be a people pleaser. I wanted to be the best daughter to my parents. I wanted to be the best sister to my sister. But they wanted me to be different. They wanted me to be someone else, and I just wasn't that person. And every time I they would say something about how maybe I'm too crazy, or you're just too emotional, or you're too impulsive, and you don't think about what you're gonna do, you just do it, and then you get yourself into these problems, and then we have to rescue you, and whatever it is. You know, a lot of those things just kept digging in my head, drilling and telling me, well, you're just not good enough. You're just not good enough. You can never please them. You can never make them happy. You can't be the person they want you to be. They want you to dress a certain way. They want you to put your hair a certain way. They want you to eat less and not be this fat. And they want you to exercise. And they want you to be successful at work. And they want you to take care of your dog. And, you know, and that's all in my case, of course. In your case is take care of your kids, take care of your husband, take care of everybody. And it was just so much pressure on me because I couldn't be who they wanted me to be. But yet I didn't know who I actually wanted to be. So I was just whomever. I will adapt the personality of whoever I was hanging out with. It could have been a coworker, could have been a new friend, could be someone I was watching on TV or on YouTube, social media. Because I had no idea who I wanted to be. I just kept adapting things from each person. And then it became a person that wasn't even real, you know. It wasn't pleasing to anyone, much less to me. So this counselor just really helped me dig deep and find out who I wanted to be, what I disliked about me, and what I actually liked about me that I wanted to cultivate. And then she started turning everything around and showing me it's not that everybody hates you. It's that you hate yourself. It's that you can't stand yourself. Thank you, Shoshana. It's that you cannot stand yourself, therefore you reflect that on everybody. And of course they don't like who you are. Hey Alita, how are you? Of course they're not going to like who you are. Because it's not even you. You're pretending to be this person that's not really you. You dress like that other person, right? And you laugh like this other person. And you start living the lifestyle like this other person. And you just start trying to do all kinds of things that are not you. In the meantime, you keep losing yourself even more and more and more. And by the time you finally decide to just make a stop, you're so far gone, you don't remember who you were before. You remember there were some times that you liked something about you. Thank you for sharing, Andrea. But you don't really remember everything about you. Some people might ask you, so what are your hobbies? And I'll be like, well, dancing. Well, how often do you dance? I really don't go dancing. Why not? Well, because I've gained a lot of weight and I can't be like the skinny ladies that are going to the salsa dancing clubs. And I have asthma and I haven't taken care of myself in a while, so I get too tired after one song and I get dizzy after they spin me too much, and I just don't have the rhythm like I used to do, and I don't have a guy to go with, and my friends don't like salsa dancing, and then there's like excuse after excuse after excuse as to why I wouldn't do the thing I love the most. Dancing is in me, it's what runs through my veins. Music and dancing and movement. And so I stopped doing it just because nobody could make it work for me. And that made me depressed. Sometimes I would go on my own when I would be like, brave, I'm gonna go. Well, nobody wants to go with me. I'll just find somebody to dance with while I'm there. But then I was feeling so shy and so embarrassed and so uncomfortable with what I looked like, and the fact that I thought people were looking at me weird because I was there alone, that I wouldn't enjoy myself and I would just leave. So I had lost myself. What else do you like to do, Mariel? Who is Mariel? I don't know. I'm just a diabetes educator for a pharmaceutical company. I'm not even that good at it, I don't think. I mean, I don't win any prizes. I don't win any trips. I don't win recognition. I don't get promoted. I'm just another employee. But what else? Who is Mariel? I had no idea. No idea who the hell I was. And that just kept bringing more pain to me because everywhere I went, I just felt awkward. I kept saying, maybe I'm just not meant to have any friends because I'm socially awkward. And I started believing that I was socially awkward. And that's what I fed my head consistently. I'm just socially awkward. My jokes are not funny. People don't get my sense of humor. People don't like how I am. People probably think I'm strange. Or maybe it's just because I'm not from this country. I want to be friends with American people and they just don't get me because I'm Hispanic. So these were all limiting beliefs that I had in my head that I kept feeding and feeding and feeding. And I tell you, I had no friends. And the ones I had, I wouldn't cultivate the relationship because I really thought they didn't like me. And they did. They're still my friends to this day. And they've always said how much they liked being with me and how much they enjoyed my sense of humor and how fun it is to be around me. But I didn't believe it. And I would come home and cry to Lily, my dog, and just wish for another day to go by and not feel all that stuff. So many people out there are rich. They have so much money. And we think that when we make money, when we make it big, that's when we're going to be happy. And yet these are the people that are killing themselves left and right. So money obviously isn't what's making you happy. It's not that great job you think you need. It's not building a business that's successful what's going to make you happy. It's not finding a husband. It's not finding a boyfriend. It's not becoming a mother. It's not when your kids get bigger. It's none of that. It's you being happy with you. It's you being happy with what you see in the mirror every day. It's you talking to yourself in a nice way. I wasn't going to go live today because, well, my hair wasn't perfect. I can see the grays here. I covered them a little bit with eyeshadow so they wouldn't be so, sparkly. And my eyebrows have the madness going and still growing them out. And I went to the lady to get them fixed today and she still said she can't fix them yet. I still have to let them look horrible. So I kept thinking, well, I'm not going to go live until my eyebrows are perfect and until I do my hair again and get the grays covered. But then I realized, wait a minute. Who cares? Why are you worried about this? You have a message to tell people today. You have a story to share. You have an inspiration to provide someone that might hear this message that needed it. And you're worried about your grays and your eyebrows? No, you can't be worried about that stupid shit. You have to be worried about that you need to find the time to go live and just tell them how you're feeling. Telling them how you're so sad to hear that more people keep committing suicide even though they have the life of their dreams, or so we think. I decided I'm not going to hide in my cocoon anymore. If somebody doesn't like how my hair looks today, then they can just jump off the live, scroll down and keep on looking until they find someone they like on their phone or on their computer. If somebody doesn't like my eyebrows and they think, well, she's not a good makeup artist because her eyebrows are not looking on point, then she can just jump off the live, scroll up, and find someone else with perfect eyebrows that is saying maybe a stupid message that has nothing to do with how to fix your life. And it's just about makeup. I didn't want to be a makeup artist that needed to be perfect all the time. I wanted to be the makeup artist that has something to say, not just how to look pretty behind the mask. You hide behind makeup because you feel ugly inside. I don't hide behind makeup anymore. I put my makeup on because it makes me feel even brighter. It makes me show my personality. That's why I wear makeup now. Before it was to cover with as many layers as possible everything I didn't want anyone to see. And if I didn't have any makeup, I would just not show myself. I wouldn't go to Walmart. I wouldn't go to Publix to shop for groceries. Hispanics are always saying, you can't go out looking like that. Mira, I don't care what I look like. If I need groceries right now, my makeup is not on, I'm not going to not get groceries. And I'm not going to spend an hour doing makeup so I can go to the grocery store. And it's something I have to struggle with my family still and tell them, it doesn't matter what you look like. We're going to the store. You're not going out. You're not going to a restaurant. You're not going to a party. How you look does not matter. Now, if I'm going to work looking like crap all the time, then of course it's going to show that I'm just in a mental state that does not reflect my personality. My personality is bubbly, is happy, is joyful, is funny. Well, I got to look the part by fixing myself a little bit and getting out there and having something pleasing to some people's eyes. But if I'm not doing something important, then I don't need to please anybody but myself. And I was talking to one of my clients earlier about protecting yourself. So I talk about breaking out of the cocoon and becoming invisible. Because we're hiding and limiting our stuff. We're limiting all of our good talents and our thoughts and the things that are good for the world by hiding inside of our cocoon. But it doesn't mean that we come out so loud and so big that we forget to protect ourselves when we need to. So you need to have like 2 cocoons. Break out of the one that's keeping you in hiding and that's keeping you stuck and not letting you move forward. You break out of that one, but you build this other one where you protect yourself from bad energy, from people that are trying to hurt you, from people that don't give you any value, that don't see the value in you as a human being, as a woman, from people that are just so depressed themselves that they're just bringing you down with them. You can be in that cocoon. You can protect yourself in there. And you also want to protect yourself by living in the cocoon of saying no to things that are going to be pleasing them, but not you. Okay? There's sometimes you have to compromise. You know, sometimes you have to say, okay, I'm going to do this that doesn't really make me happy, but it will really make them happy. Well, this time I'm going to do it. But I'm not going to continue to do it if it's going to affect my well-being, the way I feel. If it's going to stretch me too much when I'm already super booked and busy. I'm not going to do it because I have to protect myself. That is the cocoon that you're allowed to stay in. But you cannot stay in the one where you're hiding and not letting people see you and not letting people enjoy your talents. A life artist does not hide. A life artist shines. A life artist creates the life of her dreams. And I have created a life that is improving every single day. Every single day is improving. Every single day I'm taking advantage of each day, of each moment, because I don't know if I'll be dead tomorrow. Now, I don't think about suicide anymore, but I know I could be killed on the road. I know I could be flying on an airplane and die that day. I could have a heart attack if I don't take care of myself. I can have a low blood sugar if I don't eat on time, get a seizure in the car and kill myself. And if I'm waiting for the days to be perfect, to take advantage of them and make them as productive and as creative as possible, and waiting for another day to be perfect and then I'll do it that day, that I wasted a whole bunch of time again. I've already wasted 39 years of my life being depressed and hiding. And now I'm waiting to be perfect so that my hair can look perfect, that my eyebrows can look perfect, that my makeup can look perfect, to go live and share my message. I've already wasted 39 years. I can't waste another year. I can't waste not one more day. Hey Mary, welcome. So if you have been feeling like you need to wait till you're perfect to do something, if you feel like you need to wait to feel great, to go to the gym, to go eat better, to plan your meals, to go to the doctor and get your regular checkup, to get out of a relationship that's destroying you, to get out of a job that is destroying you, you're wasting your time and you're wasting your talents. Because while you're super unhappy, you cannot share your talents with anyone. Nobody benefits from being around you. You're bringing them down with you. Your energy you're a sucker, an energy sucker, just like the people you don't like that are energy suckers. So, I don't want to keep you here long. I just want to encourage you to take advantage of each day. Make it as productive as it can be. Because you don't know if tomorrow will still be there. And that if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling you can't keep going, you're feeling that you don't know how to fix yourself, there's something wrong inside you that you don't know how to fix, reach out to someone that can help you. Nowadays, we don't even have to go to a psychologist to get a referral from the doctor. You can actually get counseling online. That's how I did it. I found this place, I think it was called Better Life or something like that. I can't remember. And it was online. I applied, and it was like, I think it was like $260 a month. So about $60 a week. And I got access to this person once a week via, like this, FaceTime. I could see her, I could talk to her on the phone, and then the rest of the week I could get support by email or text. And that worked because I'm a very busy person. I already have too many appointments. I couldn't make one more appointment and get out of my house to do one more appointment. So that was limiting my reaching out for help. And I found these people that I could do it online, on the comfort of my home, when I was available. I would set up my own appointments. And if they will fit her schedule, then they will work me in. And if not, if we couldn't fit in a live one, then I would say I need email support this week. I need text support this week. I'm going through these emotions. I can't fix them. I can't seem to get a hold of them. And she will reshape me and refocus me. Now, I'm not a professional counselor. I'm not a psychologist and I'm not a therapist. But I am a counselor in life because I have lived through all of these emotions and all of this pain. And even if I haven't gone through really major things like my customer today was talking about, really major things that she had gone through in her past. Mine weren't near as big, but I still tried to commit suicide 1,000,000 times. And I made it. And I'm here. And I'm here to inspire you and encourage you and let you know that it doesn't matter what it is that you have inside. We can fix it. We can find it. And we can remove that thorn so that you hold beautiful roses in your hand instead of the ones that are pricking your fingers all the time. But you gotta find it inside you. It's not about your husband treating you bad. It's not about that boss of you that hates you. It's not about that co-worker that bullies you. It's not about your kid misbehaving. It's about you. It's inside you. Hey, Shanella, welcome. Thank you for all of those hearts. Shoshana, it makes me very happy that you are pleased with what I'm saying and you identify with it. Stop finding people responsible for what you are going through. Stop finding people responsible for your sadness and your unhappiness and for all the things that you cannot accomplish. Are you really working towards them, or are you just sitting there hoping that they get fixed? You can pray all you want, and I truly believe in prayer. But prayer without action is not going to work. The miracles just don't happen like that all the time anymore. We don't live in the Old Testament when people didn't have food and Jesus will make bread out of the stones. And people will make, wine come back in the canisters. That's not where we live. That's not the type of miracles we can see all the time. But you can create your own miracles with big faith and massive action. And with eliminating all of the excuses. You were responsible for your happiness, and I had no idea what that meant. I thought everybody was responsible. My boyfriend didn't want to make me happy. My husband didn't want to take me here, so I wasn't happy. He didn't want to have a lot of sex, so I wasn't happy. He was this, he was that. My parents want me to do this. What the hell? Nobody was responsible for my happiness except for me. I wasn't doing the things I liked. And I wanted people to do things I like with me. But if they didn't like it, why couldn't I find someone else that liked it to do it with? Why couldn't I just enjoy it myself? Right? We were born alone. Letitia, my coach, was talking about the other day. We were born alone. We don't need all these people to complete us. We don't need all this stuff. We need us and God. Us and that connection, that spiritual connection has to be strong. Otherwise, you can't do this on your own. I'm sorry. And you can shine through your struggles. And instead of seeing them as, why are they happening to me? Seeing them as, awesome, I have one more story I'm going to be able to tell them when I get out of this. I was telling my client today, I was saying, you have a lot more better stories than mine. Mine were never near as bad. And I'm still inspiring others with my little stories. Not that I desire to have more struggles. Nobody likes having struggles. I don't like things that are difficult. I don't. But now, anytime I go through something that's putting me down, that's making me stressed and overwhelmed, I'm trying to find, well, how is this going to help me inspire someone else? If I make it through it, I can inspire someone. But if I don't go through it, well, how am I going to inspire anybody on that particular topic? If I had no idea, I have no experience with it, So stop looking at your struggles as what's limiting you from being happy and from moving forward. When we focus our energies into how can I inspire someone else? How can I help someone else through my experience? Then you don't dwell in the ugliness of that situation near as much. You will sometimes, because you're human, nobody's perfect. And you will still hate it. But if you feel the pity pool and you swim in it every day in pity about yourself, then that situation is going to continue to get bigger and last longer. And it will probably kill you. Oh, Andrea, thank you so much. Don't cry, girl, because I'm going to cry too. I don't want anybody else to... I don't want to read about more people that commit suicide. I don't want to read that anymore. I don't want people to feel like they can't handle it. Because they can. We need to be more inspiring to others. We need to stop bitching about stuff all day long. When you don't know sometimes, if you come and overwhelm somebody about your problems, you complaining about everything in your life, you have no idea if that person just had this little bit of hope and now they think, why bother? Look, this life sucks. Everybody's unhappy. Everybody's struggling. Nobody has money. Everybody's unhappy in their marriage. Marriage sucks. But what about if I'm telling you, I'm struggling with this, but this is what I'm doing right now to try to compensate for it, to try to overcome it. Do you have any other ideas of how I can work on it? Instead of coming to you and just whine and whine and whine about what a horrible life I got right now. What a horrible illness I have that's not letting me do anything. Well, did you have a few hours that were feeling pretty good? What'd you do with those hours? Did you do anything, or did you just dwell on, oh, I didn't have a perfect day. My day wasn't great. I didn't feel great all day. Let's stop bitching and let's start looking at things. How can I fix them? And if I have no idea, find somebody that can give you a good idea. And if that wasn't a good idea, then you move on to someone else until you find somebody that gives you a better idea. And somebody that inspires you. Somebody that can send you a song that's inspiring. A message that was inspiring. A quote that was inspiring. Even you can do the same thing. Well, I'm struggling with this today. But you know what? This is what I read and it helped me for a few minutes. I want to share it with you. What do you think? I'm very afraid of making this decision. I'm super afraid. I think, oh, this will go bad and this will go wrong and this will go wrong. But I still have a little bit of hope. I think, what if it goes right? What do you think? What if it goes right? Can you help me think that way? Can you help me get out of this funk that I'm in? This low point where I feel like there's no hope? If you go to somebody that loves to entertain your pity party and likes to swim in the pity pool with you, that's not your friend. That's not a good friend that you need near you. Do not baby yourself and do not let somebody else baby you. And it's hard. Some days I want somebody to baby me and just tell me, Mariel, it's okay. You can be sad. And, rub my head and like moms do and just cuddle me and tell me it's okay. You can feel pitiful today. But I did a lot of that on my own. And my family did a lot of that too. And I don't want to hear that anymore. I want people to encourage me and to empower me to move forward. And to help me see that even in the midst of all those issues, there was something good in it. I was growing in one area that I needed to grow on. I needed to stretch a bit more so that I can help someone else when they go into that situation. Hey, Lonnie. Now I'm actually thankful for the struggles. And I don't look at them in the past thinking, oh my God, I wasted all this time. Support is not the same as enabling. Absolutely. And I didn't know what that meant. I really thought I should enable people and be like, no, that's okay. I know you're going through such a horrible situation. I understand. I'm so sorry. Well, I don't tell that to people anymore. I say, well, I'm sorry you're going through this. But what could you be learning in this situation right now? And what are you doing about this other thing? Have you thought of this? Have you thought of that? I really have no good advice for you, but I think this person can give you good advice. Why don't you call them? Why don't you read this book? Why don't you listen to this message? It might encourage you today. I don't really have the right words, but I don't want to keep just helping you feel bad about yourself and sad. There's a lot of that in the world. We don't need to be the ones that are doing that too. So Tuesdays are going to be Fearless Tuesdays. And I'm going to be either recording a video or going live about being fearless. And being fearless is people that are brave, right? They do extraordinary things that you think you cannot do. And the word is not I can't, is I'm not sure if I can do this, but I'm going to try it. And I'm going to keep doing it until I can do it. Okay? So Fearless Tuesdays are going to be about finding women that are fearless. And right now, I wish I could say Kate Spade was fearless. And maybe she was for a long time, but what happened? She regained fear. And she stopped her life and stopped us from enjoying her creations and from knowing that she was an amazing woman. She's no longer being inspiring to others. I don't want that for anyone. I want people to feel like they can do things. If you think you can, then you're not surrounded by the people that help you do it. Okay? So Fearless Tuesday is about losing your fears, conquering the fears, becoming an inspiration to someone else in the midst of all of the shit that you're in. Or in the midst of your bad and ugly past. And don't be like the wife in that story in the Bible that looked back at what she had, longed for when God told her not to look back, and she became salt. You gotta look forward. Well, my past was horrible, but I'm not looking at it. I'm using it to inspire someone else, and I'm using it to get the strength to not let it happen to me again. Okay? You don't look back. You only look forward. And you only look back if you need to remember a story and how you overcame something. But you don't keep looking back. You don't keep dwelling on what this person did to you and what that person didn't do. And the person that left, and the person that walked out on you, and the person that cheated on you, and the person that stole the job from you, and the person that broke your heart. And no. You don't want to look at that anymore, because you're you and you're you in this very moment. And what am I going to do to utilize this day or this hour, this little bit of hour that I feel good today? I'm going to use it for something good. I'm going to use it to push my dream forward. Or am I just going to sit on the couch and say, well, I was feeling pretty shitty today, so I'm not going to use this hour that I feel actually okay to do something productive, because the day is already fucked anyways. Excuse my French. It was a bad day already. Might as well just finish it the way it is. No. You can enjoy at least 1 hour of that day. 1 hour. You can do something good about it. 1 hour, if it's only 1 hour. So be fearless out there. Conquer those fears. Find where they're coming from. And I am here to help you and guide you through some of these things. Life Artistry University has mindset transformation courses that are exactly for this. And right now they're at a really affordable price because they're the introductory rate and I'm picking only 5 ladies to work with. And you could be one of those that can be starting to change the way you think today. Just message me. Get on a discovery call with me. Find out if we're a good match. And if we're not, then I'm going to encourage you to find someone else. But waiting until things get better means I'm wasting today. So no more wasting time. I love you all. Thank you for watching and for sharing. Be fearless, be beautiful, and break out of your cocoon today. Bye.